Just give a big round of applause to Ajay Mitchell sir. He's one of the great cinematographer. Give a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you.
Senthil is an alumni of Film Institute of India, Pune, and he's made his debut in cinema with Aithe in 2003.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming and making this program Cinematica Expo a grand success. Thank you all. Without your support, this event would have not been possible. Thanks a lot. Coming to your question, sir. To be honest, sir, my entry into cinema is purely by accident. I never thought like I want to be a cameraman or like I like cinema. They like Chiranjeevi cinema, Amitabh Bachchan cinema. Like I used to like, but I never thought like okay, like I'll come into film industry. So I actually like my dream was to be a cricketer. I am a big Kapil Dev fan, so I was looking forward to becoming a cricketer. And like most of them, then seriously pursued it for some time. Then I wanted to get into civil services. I wanted to be an administrator, IAS, kind of a thing. So I was actually preparing for my prelims. So in the process, I was writing whatever exam was coming in my way so that I can be in the mode of exams. So in the process, one of my friend, Mr. Ramohan Rao, he actually wanted to join film school, film institute. He bought an application. And since he was a little underage, he was 1 year junior, so since the application will get wasted, so he told, okay, the application waste ayipotundra, nu the exam rastunavu kada, idi kuda raseyalu. So in that way I wrote the exam and I luckily in the first attempt got through in the film institute. So that's how the whole thing started.
Wow.
So when I joined the film school, sir, I did not know much about world cinema. I don't know who Tarkovsky was, who Kurosawa was. To me, the biggest director at that time was like Maniratnam Garu or like Ram Gopal Verma and all. They were the Subhash Ghai. They were the biggest directors. So, Film Institute is the thing which opened my eyes towards cinema. Cinema ive kaadu ala kuda untayi. So, the first film I was introduced in Film Institute was Red Beard by Kurosawa. I was literally blown out with it. So. That's how it all started. Thank you.
And what a man it has been. Okay, so this is like generally a technical question. How do you approach the selection of camera equipment and lenses for a particular project, and which factors influence your choice?
Like I've always been a big Arri fan. So like, right, because I was introduced Arri from my film school days. So first I shot with Arri 16mm camera, then Arri 2C, then Arri 3 and all those kind of things. So till EGA I was doing shooting with negative. So I actually tried using digital in a film called Magadira. The last song, which was a title song, I shot with a camera called Arri T20. But I was not very impressed with the camera. So that is why like I thought okay digital still has to grow, so that's why I shot EGA with negative again. So after that when Arri launched its Alexa camera, I was very confident, so I shot it with the Bahubali. So now since being an Arri fan, I was always like looking forward to using the best cameras which they have. Luckily, like God's grace, I do projects where I get to choose the camera and the equipment and other things. So probably lots of people are not that fortunate. So to me, what is the best possible thing? So first and foremost, the story is important. So what will suit the story is the best possible thing. So like when it comes to Bahubali and RRR, they are larger than life films, and that people who have shot negative will know. Like earlier we had to pick up the right negative, expose it at the right, because the latitude also was less, so we had to expose it in the right way, and like then it has to be transported in the right possible way, then like it has to be developed in the right way. Then we have to sit with the grader and see that it is printed in the right possible way. Then again, like it is again developed, the print is developed. So there are so many stages in which it used to happen. Now it is like what you shoot is what you get. So actually, what I would feel is actually cinematography become easy. And in that way, I've been telling that lots of people are not paying interest to the craft. So there's so much of craftlessness, so much of what I can say. I should not tell it, but people who just feel like they are cinematographers, whoever can shoot any with a video camera thinks they are cinematographers. So that is the sad part which has happened. So see, cinematography is not about just capturing. We are not journalists to just capture the events. Actually, we are here to tell stories. So as a cinematographer, like okay, what the light I use, should I shoot it in real light? Should I add some light? Should I glamorize the sequence? Should I make it? So there are so many questions we need to ask ourselves. How the camera should move and all. So lots of people think that okay, like now cameras have become so great that we don't need light. So, but it is not about exposing; it's about creating that kind of mood which the image is. The image should tell a story. So in that way, like it has become, cinematography has become easy, and so because of which so much of wanted and unwanted talent is coming up. So it is in that way, but yeah, in that way actually new style is also evolved. Like with digital, actually new type of filmmaking is evolved. Actually, like I never used to think that people would shoot with multi cameras and like. Would use handheld so much. So many new ways are doing, and like drone, especially now with literally every sequence, even in this room, lots of people are using drones, which was not possible when we're shooting negative things. So in that way, it is an evolving process, and a new way of storytelling is emerging with digital, and truly it has become an easy, cinematography has become easier actually.
Yeah. Along with being easy, I think it gives you more time to light up and study the frame. Yeah. So, and
What do you think, sir? Let me ask, what do you think about digital?
yeah, absolutely. See, it's a transition from analog where you spent a lot of time calculating how to create the image. But once you have created the image, you still have to wait for the lab to deliver the results. And you know, it's always like a sort of tension waiting for the examination results, you know, something like that. So I think yes, definitely it is better that we have evolved into digital cinematography. So it also gives you more time to study and work on other things.
You don't have to concentrate on the basics of okay, like exposure and like what is the exposure should be and all. So the basics are taken care of. Now you have to go to the next level of the creative way of telling stories.
Yeah. So, congratulations on being on the board of the Filmlight Color Awards jury. So, can you discuss the role of HDR and white color gamut that is like in modern cinematography and how it impacts the visual storytelling of a film?
See, sir, now the latitude of cinema is very latitude of the cameras are really gone big. So like so there are like different cameras, and so many different camera manufacturers are coming. So every camera has its own color science. So what Academy of Motion Pictures have done is like okay, like we need to channelize something. There is something called SMPT. They are the governing body of technology in cinema. So they have come up with something called white camera. So they have they tried to put in all the color sciences of all the cameras into one large camera, where like everything tweaking can be done in it. So this is adapted in the post-production time when we're grading. So which is very useful. Or else like every camera should have different grading systems, which is not possible. So like it is like, okay, you have you like red camera, you have Sony camera, you like Arri, whatever you shoot. But okay, like you come back to the grading room and like do it in the way like you want to grade it. So for this, it is actually like very important that all the different types of color sciences come into one stream. So in that way it has come in. And today, like recently, I have seen this new cameras which have like what 17, 18 stops or 17 stops of latitude. So basically, you don't need to shoot, keep an exposure. You just shoot whatever and post lo actually adjust చేసుకోవచ్చు DI లో. That is the situation.
So earlier you had to be very accurate with your exposures, and you just couldn't play around much with in post. So or rather there was barely like an existing post actually. You know, grading was just about RGB and nothing much.
So HDR is something like it's more than cinema, sir. It is more about like see, I did this film RRR. We did something called Dolby Vision print. So like Dolby Vision, we don't have any Dolby Vision theater in India. So the closest probably Dolby Vision theater will be in Singapore or in Dubai. So one of the countries. So but the film was so visual that I was pushing that okay, like we got an opportunity for this to be viewed in the best possible screen. So like I went to Germany like to grade it. So because the grading has to be done in laser projection. So because like Dolby Vision actually enhances, they have their own proprietary software which they tweak it and try to extract as much of information which is there in the camera has to be projected onto the theater. So that was a great experience. So when I saw the print in Dolby Vision, I was like really overwhelmed. Okay, like after one of these shoot it actually bound in a great low. Okay, like you're going to compress and like see only this kind of thing. So HDR provides you that opportunity where like you can exploit the full whatever the information